Hey guys, I had such an amazing response from the last vlog. So I realized how many people there are out there that actually are looking for someone to relate to. They're looking for some advice and tips. So I thought I'd make another one and then just give some more advice. Got a spot over here and it's driving me freaking insane. Focus, Jax. Don't think of the spot. It's fine. But now I'm sure that's like everyone could just see it now because I've pointed it out. Okay, so when it comes to recovery, usually there's that moment when you decide that, okay, I need to get better. I need to actually to fix my life. But it's amazing that you can make the decision to recover, but there's still something always holding you back. And I felt like the one thing that made the huge difference, like the complete life changer, and I don't know if it's possible to recover until you actually come to this conclusion. And what I'm doing right now is I think I'm saving you guys loads of therapy and loads of medication just by coming out and saying it. But my recovery really went into gained a lot of momentum when I decided to stop treating myself as a victim and my disorder as a victim. So what I mean by that is a lot of the time when you do develop the eating disorder, you do blame it on a lot of other people, whether it's any type of addiction, I think. You know, we can all blame it on our circumstances. We can all say, so-and-so treated me like shit, so-and-so did this person said this to me in high school, whatever. We all have our own reasons. But at the end of the day, blaming people, fair enough, shit can happen to you. It can get you so far. But they may have said that stuff to you. Life may have dealt you some shitty blows. But at the end of the day, that I had to realize I was the one that ended up restricting my food. No one put their fingers down my throat and made me throw up my food. That was all my decision. So I could blame people as much as I wanted, but regardless of what happened to me or who did what, at the end of the day, I was the one responsible for my eating disorder. And that type of acceptance is honestly, it puts you in a whole different space because it's the most empowering and scariest conclusion all in one is that we have all the control. You know, in life, a lot of the time we give people that control. We give them power over us when essentially you are the one that has that power. You are the one that has that control. And it's scary to think that, shit, I can make this work. I can make this happen. Because then you realize the only person holding you back is you. And yeah, the road to recovery is a long, painful journey full of some pretty interesting, we'll say, twists and turns along the way. But it all starts with that conclusion is that, yes, you know what, for once, I'm going to acknowledge that I have the power in these little hands of mine. These little orange hands of mine, still trying to get rid of all that beta carotene, but damn, it takes a while. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you some of the things that I started using to help me during my recovery, and then hopefully you guys can try and incorporate that into your diet, into your life. I'm going to show you what I make at the end of my meals just to help me digest my food. I'll show everyone what supplements I'm taking, you know, regarding the probiotics, the digestive enzymes, and things like sauerkraut, which took a while to get used to. Trust me, that in itself is a whole new story. But anyway, you just gotta push through it. And you know, another tip that I like to give people is that if you just add little things to make the atmosphere more pleasant while you're eating, it's really cool to, like, what I love to do is I love to burn candles that have a nice smell. So things like cinnamon and vanilla, like, because there's like my favorite smells, which is, I mean, come Christmas, everything is cinnamon, cinnamon, cinnamon. Cinnamon and coconut and vanilla, it's just, whoever came up with that combination is beautiful. It is like a mixture of Christmas and, what's the other one? Fall, Christmas, and like, yeah, tropical beach. And so, yes. See? I told you before, I get distracted. This is what happens. So yeah, burning something nice and pleasant, just having that smell to distract you a little bit, and also at the end of a meal when you want to go on like some sort of binge fest, it's really nice to have a nice smell, or even if you get like a minty candle or a mint tea. So I like to use a mint tea just to cleanse my palate after a meal, just to stop me from going on some sort of binge fest. It like lets me know that, okay, Jax, you finished eating. So yeah, having a tea, and it also like gets you excited after the meal. If something, but it's got to be a tea that you like the taste of. Like if you hate peppermint, dear God, don't go drinking a peppermint tea, because then you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna keep eating so that I can put off that disgusting tea. It's, yeah, just make it as harmless for yourself as you can. Another little piece of advice I can give you, something that I personally started doing and then it helped me out so much. It was actually my mom that got me into doing it. It was when I was first trying after to let my meals digest and I would have this overwhelming urge to be sick. Go for a walk. Honestly, walking helps you clear your mind. It helps you digest your food. Have an epic playlist. I'm a person, like, I'm crazy about music. So like I have we all have our like curated playlist, like our sad playlist, our happy playlist. Make like a mellow playlist just to calm yourself down and just to help you just like transition from food time to digest to hey ho, I survived this. Another thing I actually really have to stress the importance of is learning how to portion control. Because when you start binging, you eat as much as you can and you've got your trigger foods. Like I still to this day, I will not eat any carrots because I know it puts me in that binge fest. So you'll always have those trigger foods. Know it yourself well enough, be honest enough with yourself to say, okay, this is gonna make me want to purge, this is gonna make me want to binge, and you know what, stop apologizing. So what I mean by portion control is you lose the ability to know or understand what a healthy portion is. So I'm going to attach a PDF file down below just to show you the size of a fat that you should be having, so your handful of almonds, and the size of protein, so just what your meals should basically look like. I will also be doing my what I eat in a day videos just so you guys can see how I portion control and what I eat, and I'll explain to you why I'm eating certain things. Like for example, oats, the way they line your stomach, they're an anti-inflammatory. For all the distress and all the crap that you've put your stomach through, it's like needs a little bit of TLC. So hence the things like oats in the morning, they'll keep you full for longer. You don't have to eat a lot, they sit in your stomach, and yeah, that is a great thing. Also, another thing is eating things like bananas, which have a lot of potassium, because you get like a lot of muscle cramps, because when you're sick, when you purge, you actually dehydrate your body, so it loses a lot of the potassium and magnesium, and things like bananas are amazing for replacing that. But not forgetting to drink your water throughout the day. This is my best friend. I call him, I even named him. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to name you. It's got a B on it for bodybuilding, but I will name him Billy. This is Billy. Find yourself a Billy and just keep him with you all day. Billy's gonna be your best support. When you wanna binge, you drink Billy. When you wanna whatever, when you're panicked, drink Billy. Make water like your little talisman, just to bring you back to now, okay? Don't panic about a meal in 20 minutes. Don't panic about a meal you just had. Like, live for this moment. If Billy keeps you centered, or whatever it is, whatever little token or talisman that you have, just to keep you in that present moment, you need to find one. Even if it's a person. Be like, dude, you're like my sponsor, because you know what? People who have eating disorders or who are in recovery should have sponsors. I think it would be an absolute amazing thing. And this is one of the reasons I am making these vlogs, is because that type of support, it's like, it does so much for you. So, you feel like, shit, someone else understands where I'm going. I don't feel like this crazy lady obsessing about food all the time. Okay, then one of the last things I'm gonna leave you with is a really beautiful piece of advice. Maybe you know you do this, maybe you don't know. But guys, stop apologizing. You do not need to apologize for being picky when you order at a restaurant, you know, especially if it's something new to you, especially if you're nervous about it. And if anyone's judging you, then they aren't the people that you want around you during your recovery, and they aren't the support system that are actually going to help you get to where you need to be. So just stop feeling so bad about saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have this now. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a trigger food. Dude, own that shit. Be like, yo, I'm in recovery. It's something to be proud of. Be like, excuse me, bitch, that's my trigger food. Like, honestly, I used to feel so shy and I used to be so quiet and conservative about it. But now I'm like, I will talk to anyone about it who wants to hear it. And whether they want to hear about the bloated issues I had, whether people want to hear about the flaky nails or the acid reflux and the terrible breath in the mornings from when you used to throw up, and there's just so much, the lack of periods. Why be shy about it? Why be embarrassed? There is no reason to be. When you're trying to fix yourself, when you're on that road to recovery, part of it is just having people around you that accept that that was a part of your life. That is, you know, it's where you're at, and you need support on this road. But not just that, you need honest support, and honest support requires you being able to be honest, you being able to come clean and being able to say this is a trigger food, because unless you're honest about that, people won't understand. Say you go quiet and start acting weird. I was guilty of that, and everyone would think I was sulking, but I'm like, dude, I am going through World War III. We're talking like X-Men Apocalypse in my head right now, battling myself. Vocalize the battle. It makes it so much easier. So I hope that was helpful, and in my next video I will do a what I eat in a day video, and yeah, I will see you next time.